Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Once again, good morning to all of you. So, for this meeting, guys, I just want to review, the what was previously discussed. Okay, just to refresh our memory before we proceed to the module one topic. Okay, so allow me to share. So remember, this classes is recorded for documentation purposes. No, so at least you are aware about this video recording. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so uh, we have the course policies. And we already discussed this. No, I've been in online, so you have to show some respect. No, you can speak in Filipino or English kasi marami tayong dialect, di ba? So this is our common language na ginagamit, yung Filipino language natin or our national language, no? Or you can speak in English. Then when someone's talking, so you will be silent, no? Just to respect your classmates, no? And the rest of the course policies. So, we discuss about what is the computer systems, no? Yung structures ng computer system. So, we have the hardware, system unit, okay? So, for the computer systems, of course, it is composed of CPU, memory, and secondary storage, and the other input devices and the output devices. No? So that is the components of the computer systems. So in the programming, so we have what they called a software, no? So computer program, it is a set of instructions that tell computers what to do. So so meaning pag wala kayong mga programs, useless yung computer ninyo kasi walang magbibigay ng instructions sa computer. So this is what we call software is the general term uh, given these instructions. So programming is the term given to the process of developing a software. So we are still in the developing a software because we have to do some programming techniques here, no? So we are performing a programming here. So we are developing now a software or a process, no? Sa programming class na to. Okay? So, computer language, it is like human language, no? It is guided by a precise set of grammatical rules and that must be strictly adhered. So, kailangan you have to follow the instructions kung ano yung grammatical na sinusunod na especially for the programming, no? So these are the computer languages, no? Ito yung structures. So we have the low-level language and the high-level language, and together with the examples, C++, C language, those are the high-level language. Then sa low-level language, we have the machine learning or machine language and assembly language. So for the low-level language, guys, it is directly stored in the main memory. Okay. So in the high memory, it is created a virtual memory to store a variables or any values in the variables, not in the physical, not in the actual memory. No? Yun yung high-level language. So dun lang siya mag-store ng values or ng values ng variable doon sa virtual memory niya. Okay, so that is the high level language. So compilers, it is translate high level language into the machine code, no? Para maintindihan ng computer, kailangan yung compilers is we are going to the compiler will translate the language into machine code para maintindihan ng computer. So ano ba yung machine code ng computer? Ha? So machine code ng computer, that is the binaries, di ba? So now, what is the compiled language? So the compiled language, guys, that is generally compiled and not interpreted. Iba yung interpreted, iba yung compiled. So one of the examples here, C++, C language is the compiled, Go, COBOL. So these are compiled, no? Uh, Once compiled, it is expressed in instructions of the target machine. So this machine code is uh, undecipherably by humans. Okay? So interpreted language, it is a programming language that generally interpreted, no? So without compiling a programming language. So yung mga example, Python, PHP, Ruby. Okay, so those are the interpreted language. Okay, so or other terms, just tinatawag nila structured language. Okay, so it is where the instructions are not directly executed by the target machines, but instead to read, execute by some other programs. So this is the difference between the two, no? Compiled and interpreted. So also, from the previous discussions, we discussed, no, the computer errors and what are those errors, no? Yung mga grammatical and syntax errors. Usually, yun yung maano natin, ma-encounter sa pagpo-program, no? Then runtime errors, so this exposing the program error execution. Example nito, mag-runtime error siya pag i-divide mo ang zero, no? It will gives you an infinite errors. Okay? So, ang gagawin mo yan, sometimes maghahang yung computer mo, no? So, ang gagawin mo yan, you have to close that. Okay? So, we have also what we call logic errors. So, this is, of course, when the code runs without crashing but produces incorrect or unexpected results due to the flawed logic or incorrect assumptions made by the programmer. So, magkakaroon siya ng infinite answers. Okay, so logic errors. So procedural programming, these are the variables or the memory locations that contains the values that can change. So we have the procedures. This is a group related instructions that perform a certain task. Operations like mathematical or logical operations perform on values. Okay, calls, that is the statements that activate the procedures. Okay? So yung system calls, so mga ganun. So next is we already discussed about what is a flowchart, no? So how we use the flowchart and also what are those the purpose, no? Yung flowcharting. So these are the symbols. We already defined this. Okay. So, and also flowchart is a very important to describe the process, no? So, if you are going to discuss the process of your system, you can use the flowchart, no? So, to discuss, no? To discuss or to describe your algorithms, no? You can use the flowcharting. So, these are the symbols, no? We have the meanings, names of each of these flowcharts. So we can use this now to interpret or to create our logics, no? And before we proceed, no, to programming, usually that's the best practices. Now you're going to write first what is your logic, then convert it into programming, or you have your programming, then describe it using a flowchart. So it can be a vice versa. It can be a vice versa presentations of your programs. So pwedeng code mo na bago yung flowchart or flowchart mo na bago yung ano. So depende yan guys and the level of understanding of the users or even a programmer kung saan siya mas kampante compared, no, kung mauna siya sa coding or mauna muna sa flowchart. But eventually, if we already understand what is all about the flowchart, then we can start with the flowchart before the programming. So ganun yung ganun yung logic, no. So this one, no, these are the symbols. Okay, so it is already sent to your Messenger, these reading materials. Please review the messengers din sa messenger natin, GC. So it can be, this is the foremost common flowchart symbols to use, no? We have the start, decision, the process, and the end. So these are the basic or the common used na ginagamit. So it's either this one or this one, from from left to right, or this is the from top to bottom yung structure. So depende yan. So we already discussed the flowchart structure, sequence, and selection, and also repetitions, no? How we describe, no? So as I've mentioned earlier, that flowchart is represents as an algorithm in your graphical symbol, no? So nagre-represent lang siya as graphical symbols. So these are the comments or decisions. No? Example, start. So the start of your program, the next process is to read the N and M. So N stands for the number of students, M stands for the number of subjects. So meaning, number of students with the number of subjects. So each of the students, there is a number of subjects. Okay, so that is how we read. No, this is the preparations. So in connections to this, no, this one connection is the simple chart portion. So connection one, connection two. So connection in the different flow chart portion. So it's either this one. Okay? So connection 1, connection 2, pero same lang yung declarations, no? Yung structure. But kung mahaba yung presentation ng flowchart mo, it means that mahaba-haba din yung yung decision makings and programming na gagawin mo for that. Okay? So this one is the connectors on a different pages. No? We have this one, no? Yung connectors symbol natin, no? This is the continuations. Kung halimbawa, hindi kasya sa papel mo, then you can connect using this symbol, meaning this is the continuation, yung number 2, di ba? This is the connection symbols. Okay? So functions, of course, this one, you're going to read the num1, N1, N2, N3. So preparations. So in this part, this is the focus on what to do, on how to do it. It comes it later. So this is the arguments, no? So or call function, or you can call it a function, no? Preparation. So this one, and you have to print, no, the results after that function. In the page 2, guys, this is the functions, no? A start terminal for functions and a different do not use with the start. Okay, so but it is use a function. So inside that function, next will be the body of the function is the same normal flowchart. Okay? Kasi sa sa ilalim ng function na yan, there is an explanations for that. Kasi kung gagawa ka ng function, mayroon yan mga set of instructions inside the function. So ito yun siya. This is the body of the function inside this function. Okay? Nakuha ninyo, guys? So we have the functions here. Ang laman pala ng functions is sum is equals to n1, n2, n3. So this is the summations of all three numbers. Then the results, of course, sum divide by 3. So this is the average. So results, average kasi, dinivide mo siya into 3. So 3 numbers divided by 3, total sum. So that is the average. So average to siya. So meaning yung functions nito, yung niya, is the average of what you are going to input here. Kung ano yung in-input mo dito, that is the results. Then you can print the results here. That is what we called in the result here. Yung print result, yun yung last dito ng result, i-display mo siya dito. Okay? So, inside that functions, itong naka-red, no? Ito yung naka-red, ito yung laman ng function. Okay? So, this is how we use these symbols, no? Questions? Naintindihan nyo to? Guys?
Medyo
Yes po.
magulo po.
Medyo lang siya, medyo.
Okay,
Pwede
okay.
po pa ulit.
Sige lang, hindi niyo pa nakita kasi yung anong code. So, ito kasi, this is the function. So, average function. Then, in general terms sa page 1 na to, hindi pa natin nakita anong laman ng function. 'Di ba? Itong page na to. So, after na sa functions niyan, ipreprint niya. Pagkatapos niyan, sa next page, dinidescribe niya ano ang laman ng function. 'Di ba? Nakuha ninyo? Hindi siya nag-start ng hindi siya nag-start ng dito, 'di ba? Ang nilagay niya is average. Nakuha ninyo? Because inside that average, we have the N1, N2, N3. Nakuha? Meaning we are describing now what is inside of this function. So, ang laman pala ng function, this one, the body of the functions is the same with the normal flowchart. So, sa ilalim niyan, ito yung computation pala. Okay? So, sum is equals to N1 plus N2 plus N3. Then, kasi just to get the average of these three numbers, you're going to divide it by 3 para makuha mo yung average. So, the result is 1. This one. Result is now the owner of these three average functions. Then it will print here. Okay? So, bali yung page 2 is only describe what is inside the function. Okay? So, yun lang yung yun lang yung okay? So, magulo pa?
Hindi na po, naintindihan ko na.
Hindi na po natin.
Sige. Actually, guys, hindi pa naman tayo gumagawa ng function. What is the functions sa programming, no? Yung logic lang muna yung binibuild natin on how we're going to describe the logics in the programming. Okay? So, okay lang, chill. Okay? So, wag mo na ma-pressure. So, intindihin lang muna, ito pala yung sa loob. So, inside of that, the page 2 is the explanation what is inside the average function. Okay, so ito pala yung laman ng function. Alam nyo guys, yung mga EI, that is the set of instructions of billions of statements, billions of decision makings inside that. So it is using while loop, for loop, FL statements, use case. So those are the combinations of the different statements inside of that artificial intelligence. Okay? So yun yung set. Kung marami kang set of codes, alam nyo, yung Google, yung mga ganun, mga Facebook, that is the thousands and billions of line of code. Yung pag-ano nila, especially AI, artificial intelligence. So, yung mga set of instructions. Okay? So ito is nag-start tayo from the scratch to understand what is really the programming is. And we have to use the flowchart to describe the algorithms inside of that programming. Okay? So the flowcharting structures, guys, this is the sequence, selection, and repetitions. So this is to express the solutions involved problem. We have main program flowchart on the page, or with the subprograms continuing with the problem solutions on the subsequent pages. Okay, so it may be described in the next pages pag hindi pa siya hindi pa siya klaro yung especially pag may mga function na kailangan niya i-describe into a separate pages, kaya nga may mga connectors tayo to describe para this is to describe, guys, na yung kanina na hindi ka na mag-start doon ng start talaga, you have to start with the average kasi yun yung function. Then inside that functions, ano yung laman? Okay? You have to describe it. Same with the other flue charting pa rin ang gagawin. No? Ay yung mga symbols same na gagamitin, but the inside of that box, of course, kung ano yung laman ng function. Okay, so each of the 5 acceptable structures can be built from a basic elements as what you have observed in this presentation. We have the sequence and the binary selection. Okay, so this is the difference of the programming code versus the pseudocode. So programming code, that is refers to the actual sets of instructions written in the specific language. So that is the programming code. Now pseudocode, it is a less formal and more human readable way of describing an algorithms. So yung dalawa, programming code or pseudocode, kasi sometimes magsusulat tayo ng pinakamabilis to describe is that we are using the pseudocode. Kasi we in pseudocode we only use a verb, no, to describe what is really the functions of the system. Like input data, input numbers, input names.
Sir, napuputol ka po.
Ha? Pardon?
Naputol ka po, sir. Pakiulit po.
Okay. So, kasi dito sa sa pseudocode guys, we are going to use the verb, no? Or a simple terms in English na maintindihan ng tao, no? O kahit sino man na magbabasa, like you are going to input numbers, input names, mga ganon, no? So, these are the example, no? The programming code versus the pseudocode. So, dito sa left side, makikita natin, this is the code, exactly the same kung ano yung hinihingi niya, nag-describe siya sa pseudocode. Okay? So, the pseudocode start, this is the declarations, no? So, pag mag-run ka, of course, it will ask you to get 2 numbers. So, get first number, get second number. So in the programming language, you are going to declare what data types. Okay? Kasi sa programming language na pag mag-type ka, you are going to identify ano yung data types na i-accept para sa process. So kaya lang dito sa sa programming, kailangan mo talaga maalaman muna ano yung mga data types, mga operators kung kinakailangan, kasi para ma-perform mo yung task sa pseudocode. So dito sa programming code, it is a declaration of num1, num2. This is to get the 2 numbers. So ibig sabihin, we have the variable num1, num2. So ang tawag doon variable. So yung data type int is integer. Okay? So na-review nyo yung binigay ko na module sa inyo. So para magkakaroon ka ng pagsisidlan ng mga numbers na yan, you need to declare first a variable. Variable is simply a storage of whatever values coming from your keyboard. Nakuha? So,
Aba.
so next one, kasi nga yung programming guys is simply step by step reading of statements. So meaning line per line yung pagbasa ng code. So dito sa programming, pag magbasa tayo ng code, so of course, itong int, num1, num2, this is the declarations of your data types and variables. So data types, ito yung pula, int, that is the data types. And then num1 is a variable, empty variable. Num2 is the empty variable kasi dalawang number, di ba? Sabi niya dito, get first number and second number. So num1, num2. So kailangan mo siya i-declare first dito sa taas. Before ka magsulat dito, cout, enter first number. So ito yung enter first number, si num1 yun. Diba? So you're going to use the cn So, yung cout guys, remember, cout is only to display a text whatever inside in the double quotation. Display lang yung cout. Yung cn is kukuha siya ng value coming from your keyboard. So, bali mag-i-input ka. Nakuha ninyo?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, si num1 ginagamit natin as value variable num1 para dito natin i-store kung ano man yung ini-input natin na values galing sa keyboard. Nakuha? So, ibig sabihin, kung maglagay tayo dito sa num1 ng 5, so may 5 na siya na laman. Okay? So, next, sabi niya dito, run naman ng program mo pag tapos ng enter ng 5, then sabi naman ng next line, mag-cout sa, sabi niya, enter second number. So, now you can call cn and then you have your num2. Okay? So, num2, that is the variable declared in the upper using the data type integer. Nakuha? So, num2, kailangan yan talaga ma-declare sa task. Kung maglagay ka lang dito without the declaration, so mag-i-error siya. Kailangan declare muna bago ka maglagay dito para may pagsisidlan din sila. So, kung parehas na sila nito ng num1, num2, so num2, now magbigay din ako ng 5. So, after nun sa 5, so alam na natin si num1, num2 is 5, 5. Then, calculation. So, you're going to sum. So, int sum, meaning i-declare mo din siya si sum, variable sum as integer kasi ipa-plus mo ngayon yung num1 at saka num2. Okay? This is the operation, basic operations of summations of two numbers na ngayon yung num1, num2 magiging 10. So, sino ngayon ang 10? Anong variable ang may laman na 10? Guys.
Yes, sir.
Ha?
Yung sum.
Si Sam. Di ba? In sum. Siya na yung may laman na 10 kasi sinam niya yung num1 at saka num2. Then, after that, read siya dito. Wala, empty. Then, read ulit, empty. Then, dito, read siya. Then, sabi niya dito, nag-display siya ng sum. So, ngayon, this is the variable sum, itong white. So, kung ano man yung values dito, i-display niya dito kasi cout. Di ba? Cout, i-display niya. So, this one. Cout. So, ang output niyan is 10. So, that is how this simple pseudocode to add two numbers, get first number, get second number, add them, meaning mag-add. So, paano tayo mag-add? Of course, sum, di ba? Sum equals num1, num2, that is addition, and then print the answer. So, print the answer, this is the display. Then, end. Ito yung end, meaning return 0, end. Nakuha ninyo?
Yes. Yes.
Klaro ba? Sure na? Or may naguguluhan pa?
Continue, sir.
Carry naman. Okay? Can we proceed?
Apo.
Okay. So, procedural programming, no? You have to use the variables, procedures in a group, or instructions that perform a certain task. And then operations, we can use the mathematical operations, di ba? So, ano yung mga mathematical operation? Basic na. We have the modulus. Ano ba yung sign ng modulus? That is percent sign. Modulus. So, we have the plus or addition or sum. Plus sign, yung plus sign, cross. Di ba? So, multiplication. What is the sign of multiplication?
Asterisk po.
Yes, asterisk. Sa programming tayo ha. Pag division, anong sign?
Slash po.
Okay. Forward or backslash?
Forward.
Yes, forward. Okay, thank you. So, yun yung mga basic operations sa mathematical or logical operations. So, sa logical operations, we have less than, greater than, equals, di ba? So, you have to observe what are those logical operations performs, no, and the mathematical operations, no, that is part of the assignments for the asynchronous time. So call statements, that is the activate the procedures, no. So if you have your classes or functions, no, you can call the statements to activate the procedures inside the function. Yung tulad na kanina na describe natin. Okay? So for the module 1, let's start with the module 1, guys. Okay, so this is the sample programs that will describe what is inside per line. Okay? So in the line 1, that is the include the IOStream header file where the cout objects is defined. So that is very important, guys, to declare in the line 1 the include IOStream. Okay? The number 2, it is very also important to include the STD or the standard namespace so that we don't have to call it when using its classes. So ano ba to? So di ba itong using namespace STD? Napansin nyo yung code natin kanina? So this one, STD cout, di ba? Wala kasi akong using namespace dito sa taas after ng IOStream. So dapat maglagay ko ng IOStream dito para hindi na ako maglagay ng STD, : and every CIN and cout. Nakuha ninyo? So, bakit kailangan natin mag-declare sa taas ng using namespace? Para hindi na tayo babalik-balik mag-type ng STD : in each cout and CIN. Yun yung purpose. So that's why dito, kailangan you are going to declare the using namespace STD just to avoid typing again here. Typing again here the STD : So dito nakikita niyo wala nang STD : It's because gumamit na tayo ng using namespace STD sa taas. Nakuha? Did you get the point, guys? Okay. So, can we proceed?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I need to drink some water. So, for the number 3, that is the int_min function. Okay? So, int_min function, guys, this is the program code should be added within its body sa program. Very important yan. So, every time na mag-start ka talaga ng program, you are going to write in int_min. Okay? So, bakit kailangan natin mag-write ng int_min? Because that is the starting point or the body of the program. Okay? So, the opening curly braces, that marks the beginning of its body. So, nakikita niyo itong opening curly braces. So, after that, that is the opening. Meaning, itong opening na to, annotated. Ito. Mag-annotate tayo dito. Pwede? Okay. So, meaning, let's use color red. Okay, size. So, this one. This is the opening curly braces. Tama? And this is the closing curly braces. So, whatever inside this is the body of the program. Kailangan talaga mag-code ka inside with this curly braces. Did you get the point? Guys?
Yes.
Opo.
Okay.
Yes po.
Say, thank you for that. So, next. So, this one, char will come, that is in a form of array. So, nakita niyo itong square bracket key, that is form of array. Although char siya, but in a form of array, lalabas talaga siya. Ang array kasi, it will considered a paragraph, text or numbers. Basta naka-array siya. Ito naka-array kasi ito siya. So, next one, dito, this is the char. This is a data types. One of the data types I've used is char. Welcome, then after the welcome, there is a square bracket key because I want this variable to become an array. Array variable. Kasi titingnan mo yung value niya is napakahaba. Okay? So, yun yung explanations dito bakit sir, mahaba kasi yan. Bakit? Kasi yung data type natin is hindi siya mag-store ng ganyang kahaba na mga text inside the double quotation. So, nilagyan ko kasi yan ng double bracket key to represent this variable welcome as array. So, cout, kung ano man yung laman ng welcome, i-display niya dito. Nakuha? So, don't forget guys, this is a very important line. Ay, bakit malaki? Maliit. Okay. So, this is the very important, guys, sa body of the letter. Kailangan, ito, importante yan. And then this one. Okay? So, makikita mo yan, this is opening and the closing of the body of the program. So, by representing with the curly braces, yung curly braces. Kailangan mo ng return 0 yan, guys. Kasi just to notify the system that it will successful execution. So you have to write a return 0 always at the end of the program. So this one, char is your declaration, char, and then you have your variable in array form, and then you have your values. Then this one is the cout. Okay, number 5. Print the value of the string welcome on the console. So, string siya. So, welcome. So, ipiprint niya kung anong nilagay nyo dito. Okay? Questions about this? Remember guys, every statement in the C++ must end with the semicolon as per basic. Kailangan talaga mag-end siya sa semicolon. Inside, titingnan nyo. So, nung rectangle, so may mga semicolon yan. Okay? Questions before we proceed?
Wala po. Sir,
Yes?
question lang ho. Ang tawag nito.
Sige lang.
Paano po namin makikita yung yung count out, yung see out po yung yung magpo-print po ng ng welcome sa sa desktop. Yung po ba yung ganun po ba mangyayari?
Ano yan?
Yung see out po, yung see out po ba yung magpo-print ng ng welcome doon sa screen po pagka umandar po yung code na yan?
Oh, ang magdi-display lang is welcome to Nemso Kantilan. Yung values ang i-display niya.
Okay pa, thank you.
Hindi siya yung variable. Kasi yung variable, we use that as an instructions to the program to display whatever the values inside the double quotation. Nakuha?
Apa.
Okay. So, can we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
Okay. Okay. Module 2 na pala tayo. Okay. So, part of the module 1, you're going to anyway, doon na lang sa LMS. Ilalagay ko na lang doon sa LMS yung assignments. May assignments tayo. Okay? So, module 2, proceed na tayo. So, it's all about declarations, 'di ba? So, data types, yung mga data types, guys, nasa module. Tingnan niyo yung module. Please read the module. Saan ba tayo?
Ano po pangalan po pala ng module?
Tingnan niyo sa GC. Kasali ka ba sa GC? Hindi.
Kasali naman po.
Tingnan niyo sa GC. Nag-send ako ng mga module doon. Reading materials ninyo. Ano nga GC natin? Ito. C Module 1, C Module 2, C++ Module 1 .pdf.
Opo. Thank you po.
Sinend ko yan in advance, pati yung presentation ko, just for you to study in advance.
Masusubukan po ba namin yun? Yung coding?
Kayo, nasa inyo yan kung gusto nyo matuto. Di ba? Kung gusto nyo matuto, you're going to do a practice.
Opo,
So,
thank you.
kasi may mga activities tayo, I have assignments, no? Kailangan i-code ninyo. So, kailan ba kayo pwede magpunta ng school for your activities?
Monday po, pwede po kami.
Pwede,
Nandito sa Saturday po kasi nasa klase po. Pwede po pumunta sa eskwelahan.
so kailan kayo pwede So, kailangan mag-ano kayo ng time para ma-inform ko yung Manila na magko-code kayo, may activities kayo para ma-arrange nila yung Comlab nila.
Hindi pa po yata ayos yung Comlog eh.
So, anong gagawin ninyo?
Pag okay na lang po siguro sa phone na lang po muna kami.
Okay. Pwede. Reyes, Jasper, hindi ka ba member sa GC?
Sir, na-expired na po yung link.
GC?
Hindi sir, yung link po sa module.
Link sa module. Hindi naman siya expired. Bakit ma-expired?
Pwede, transfer mo siya sa isa, share mo siya sa ibang tao, tapos doon mo siya buksan. Pwede mong i-share sa sarili mo. Kasi nag-expire siya pagka inayan lang. Pero pwede mo siya lipat. Pag dilipat mo, pwede mo siya ulit buksan.
Di ko magets bakit mag-expired sa inyo file yung binigay ko sa inyo, hindi siya link galing sa Google, mga ganon. Hindi. Direct send ko yun sa GC.
Sa Messenger po yata.
Yeah, Messenger.
I
GC.
mean, si Messenger po yata yung nag-expire.
Okay. Paano ba yun? Siguro mahina yung signal, matagal ma-download. Kasi kung sa akin, using my phone, mabilis na mag-download sa akin. Sinubukan ko kasi yan bago ko i-send. So,
Sir, same lang po
yes.
ba yan ng sa LS?
Ha?
Same lang po ba yan ng sa LS?
Anong same ng?
Yung module 1 and module 2 po ng sa GC, same lang po ba sa nasa po sa LS?
Hindi, magkaiba yung topic na yan. Okay. Magkaiba yung topic na yan. Module 1, meaning that is the first topic. Module 2, second topic. So, pakita ko na lang sa inyo. Open ako ng... So, this is all about the module 1. What is C? Nandito yan lahat. Dinidiscuss natin to get all you're going to install. This is the IDE or yung na-mention ko, di ba? So you're going to download it if you want through phones or laptops or code blocks, di ba? You can use that. So I have here and then code blocks, then quick start, this one. So kung gusto niyo matuto, you're going to run this program in your own. Copy this one, copy nyo to, 'di ba? And then so to run this one, of course you're going to open the code blocks. So in my end, I have to open my code blocks. So open ko ng code blocks. I hope everyone is listening and follow the instructions para pag mag-activity na kayo, okay na kayo. So this one is the code blocks 20.03. So in this IDE, so we need to open file or file, then click nyo yung new empty file, 'di ba? So empty file, ito pa lang yung laman ninyo. So dito ika-copy paste ko to. Copy paste. 'Di ba may mga explanation tayo nito nasa presentation. Did you get the point, guys? Ha? Are you following?
Apa.
So,
Yes, sir.
'di ba may mga explanation tayo dito. So, copy paste natin 'yan. Ito pa siya, hindi siya magra-run 'yan kasi hindi pa na-save. So, ano bang isi-save natin? So, nandito 'yan ha. So, write the following C+ code to save the file as my first program.cpp. So meaning, yung extension niya is .cpp. So this one, isi-save natin siya, Control S, or you can use the save button here, save, and then sabihin nyo dito, my first program. Kayo na bahala sa file name, first program. .cpp. Yung extension ng program natin is .cpp. So pag ma-save ninyo yan, of course nagawa ko ng folder, no? Gawa ko ng folder ulit. So dito sa desktop, gawa ko ng folder like this one. So pangalan ko, Marvin. So ito yung folder ko para hindi siya mag-scattered yung mga files ko. Kailangan in one folder only. Doon lahat yung mga files ko. So nakagawa na ako ng files, no? So paano ba ako nagawa ng files? May makita nyo dito na save files tapos may asterisk. That is how you create a file. Then pag nandito ka na, don't forget yung file name ng program, CPP, then save. Pag nakasave na, titingnan nyo, hindi na siya nag-error, nagkulay na siya. Meaning, that is functional. Okay? So, run natin. Compile yan. Build and run. So, pag i-run natin yan, so, ito yung output. This one, hello world. Nakuha? Okay. So, dun sa example, di ba? Sa example natin kanina na string. Okay? So, as what I have discussed earlier, guys, na kailangan ito yung pinaka-structure ng program. Pag mag-program ka, kailangan ito yun. Ito. Inside in this main functions, nandito yung code. Okay? So, kung babasahin mo yung module 1, nandun na yung mga, pati module 2, nandun yung mga data types. So, ano yung mga data types? Example, int, no? So, int number 1. Number 2. Okay? So, ngayon, yung declaration natin ng number 1 at saka number 2, that is the variable, empty variable. Diba? Babalikan natin kanina yung module natin. This one. This one. Babalikan natin to. Iko-code natin yan. Iko-code natin yan, ha? Itong code na yan. Babalikan natin yan. So, this one. How are we going to write this one, a simple code into a simple pseudocode into programming language using C++. So, this one. So, kailangan natin mag-declare ng dalawang number. Variable yan ang tawag. So, variable, guys, meaning you are going to use a variable or meaningful variable. Kasi nga, di ba sa math natin before, guys, si ma'am gagamit ng X, gagamit ng Y as variable. Nakuha ninyo? Na-remember ninyo si ma'am? N, M, nakuha ninyo? Di ba si ma'am sa algebra gagamit siya ng variable X and Y? X is equals
Yes,
to 2Y squared. Di ba? Naalala nyo?
Opo, sir.
Oh, good. Good. Especially yung mga nag-calculus sa STEM. So, programming kasi is all about distributive properties, no? So, di-distribute mo yung properties niya. So, this one, you're going to declare a variable. Ngayon, hindi tayo gagamit ng X and Y. Gagamit tayo ng meaningful variable. Yun yung best practices sa industry. You're going to use the meaningful variable. Kasi nga, para maintindihan mo ano yung hinihingi niya, mas madali ka ma-recall, ito pala yung purpose. Okay? So ngayon, nagde-declare ka na dito. So, pag i-run nyo siya, walang mangyayari. Tingnan mo, walang mangyayari. Kasi only declaration, but correct statement. Declaration lang, walang display, di ba? Execution time, ganyan, press indicate to continue. So, wala. Kasi nga, nagde-declare ka lang ng variable. Hindi mo siya nagamit. So, gagamitin natin yan. Sabihin natin dito, we are using the cout. Di ba? Alam natin, ano yung purpose ng cout? Anong purpose ng cout? Mag-display lang siya, di ba? Correct?
Opo.
Okay. So, this is the statement for cout. So, inside, pupunta ka doon sa loob ng less than, double less than, then you're going to type double quotation inside that. Kasi text, di ba? Or text or string, ita-type natin. We are going to write double quotation pag string. Ha? Tandaan nyo yan. Enter first number. Di ba? So, meaning, mag-enter ka ng first number. So, pag i-run natin yan, ang display, ganyan pa. Nakita mo, yung cursor niya is nasa baba na, meaning end of the program na siya. So, dapat lalagyan natin siya, yung cursor na yan, dito siya magbi-blink ng, dito yan na banda. Nakita niyo yung difference? Pansinin niyo ngayon. Pansinin niyo ay mamaya. Di ba yung nag-cursor, nagbi-blink siya dyan? Meaning that is the end of the program. Kasi titingnan niyo dito, nag-display lang tayo. Hindi tayo humihingi ng value from your keyboard na i-input mo. Tama? Nakuha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Opo, sir.
So dito, next line, gamit tayo ng cin. Yung kanina, di ba, sabi natin, pag hihingi tayo ng any values from the keyboard, you're going to use the statement cin. Tama? But this time, this is the double list greater than. Nakuha? Then, end of the statement is semicolon. Nakuha? So, gagamitin natin ngayon yung dinideclare natin na int na variable 1. Copy, then ipipaste natin dyan. Okay? So, isave, tapos run. Tapos pag run natin, titingnan natin. Nakita nyo? Ano yung difference? Hindi pa natapos yung program kasi kailangan mo mag-input. Nakuha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kung
Opo, sir.
mag-input ako ng 5. Tapos na yung program kasi wala na eh. 'Di ba? Nalagyan mo na siya ng laman, hanggang dyan lang. 5. Wala na. So, okay lang. Yung sa presentation natin kanina, kailangan natin ng dalawang number i-input, then magkakaroon ng operation. 'Di ba? So, gagawin natin yan. So, ang gagawin ko dito, copy this one. Copy ko lang yan. paste. So dito, sir, bakit copy-paste yan? Pwede ka mag-copy-paste dito, basta may babaguhin ka. So dito, nag-copy-paste ako, di ba? Dinoble ko para hindi na ako magta-type ulit always. So, enter second number na to. Hindi na palagi ako nagta-type ng C out, C in, di ba? Copy-paste ko na lang. And then, papalitan natin tong variable na yan dyan. Okay? So now, the two variables declared above is now equally distributed. So this one, num1, nakita nyo, pag i-click ko to, ibig sabihin yan, parehas sila. Kasi sa C++ programming guys, case sensitive. Mabago mo lang to, makapital N mo lang to, hindi na siya parehas sa taas. Meaning, missing link. Hindi na sila magkatugma. Nakuha mo? Okay, so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
kailangan natin malaki din dito. Missing link kasi pag case sensitive. So pag i-click nyo dito, makita nyo nagre-red siya, meaning pareha sila. Nakuha. Again, dito din sa pangalawang variable, nakuha din. Once i-click mo yung isa, may magre-red, meaning pareha sila. Dapat yun yung mangyari. Nakuha niyo? Yun yung technique paano mag-check ng variable kung pareha sila o hindi. Then you have to check also that every statements there is a semicolon. Kasi nga trend sa mga programmers yung missing lang yung semicolon, yun lang pala yung mali, hindi na mag-run. Okay? So save. So pag save mo yan, titingnan natin ang possible output nito guys is pa straight. Pa straight siya. Ay hindi siya pa ganun, no? Hindi siya magsunod-sunod. So titingnan natin paano tong mangyari. So we need to add some statements later. So enter first number, sabi natin 5, enter, and then second is 5. So after nun, wala nang operation kasi nag-enter lang tayo, di ba? End of the program na siya. Kung titingnan nga natin dito, end of the program na nga siya. Kasi nga, after sa pag-read ng dalawang numbers, return 0. So meaning successful na yung execution. So wala nang operation. Di ba? Nakuha mo? Nakuha, no? So, did you get the point, guys, no?
Sir, pwede mo subukan yung pag-plusin yung num1 tsaka num2.
Ay, nawala na sana yung ano ko. Dali lang. Nandito lang pala. Ayun. Ano ba ito? Na-rearrange yung ano ko. Okay. Okay? So, yan yung guys statements. Paano siya nangyari? So, itong dalawa na yan, of course, tapos na tayo sa input. So, kailangan natin ng operation. Babalikan natin yung presentation kanina. Di ba? So, anong sabi niya dito, get first number, get second number. Tapos na tayo, pero yung missing natin is you are going to add them. Meaning, i-add natin siya. Then, after sa pag-add, ipiprint natin yung answer. Okay? So, dito, balik tayo dito sa code. Okay? So, here. So, di tayo maka-ano ng ano dito kasi kailangan natin mag-declare ulit ng variable. Okay? So, we are going to declare ng add or you're going to add here and sum. Okay? Sum integer, di ba? So, yon sum. So, mag-add tayo ng isang sum. Tapos dito, yung sum na yan, ika-copy natin yan. So, double-click. Automatic yan i-highlight. Then, copy. Ilagay mo siya dito sa baba. Sum. Gawa tayo ng formula. Sum, num1, si num1, plus num2. And then, alam natin, ang end every end of the program, kailangan, ano yung last?
Semicolon, sir.
Okay, semicolon. Correct. So, ayan, i-arrange lang natin to. Ilinya natin yan dyan, space lang. So, save. Pag i-run natin yan, anong output? Can anyone guess what is the output?
Yung sum.
Close naman natin to. Okay. So, build, run. So, ito yung code natin. Enter first number daw. Sabihin natin 10. 10. Oh, wala siyang output. 'Di ba? Bakit walang output? Although we have the operation. Bakit?
Hindi nalagyan ng cout.
Yes.
Yung sum.
Yes, correct. So you have to copy this one. Copy. Lagay mo lang dyan para hindi na tayo mag-type ng cout. Copy na tayo pag may mag-cout na. So copy this sum. Copy. And then erase this one. Paste. Nakuha? So may cout ka na. Sum. Ayun. Declare mo si sum. Then save. Nakuha? So yung display niya, i-ano natin to. I-close muna natin yan kasi hindi rin mag-run yung program pag hindi close. So, build, run, and build. So, ayan. Ito na. First number, 100. Enter, 100. So, yung answer niya is 200. So, gusto mo siyang lagyan ng label, di ba? Pangit naman pag ganyan lang yung output, di ba? 200. Ano yung 200? Sabi natin answer. You have to add answer before the 200. So, pag maglagay ka ng string, dito sa cout pa rin. So, you're going to add double quotation and then inside that, the sum of two numbers are colon inside that, and then you have to add double less than, then para ganun siya, no? So, yun yung i-add mo. So, run, build, run. Okay? So, 100, 200, or 300, 3,000. Okay. So, the answer, the sum of two numbers are 3,100. Did you get the point, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dali lang, di ba?
Sir,
Sir, bakit po sa module may end 1?
Anong end? Ang end 1, guys, is to basahin nyo ano yung purpose ng end 1. That is to proceed to the next line. End 1 or /n. Pwedeng walang end 1. Kung sa tingin nyo, ito yun ha. This one is a comment, and comment. Okay, so these are the comment. So pag may comment ko yan guys, that is the forward slash. So titingnan nyo yung output. Nag-run po. Titingnan nyo. Enter first number, enter first number. Dapat yan, nasa baba. Diba? Yung display niya. So I have to add end L here. Okay? So, meaning, after pagbasa nito, proceed to the next line, then display this one. Yun yung ibig sabihin. So, save, build. That is the output. That is the purpose. Meaning, end L, that is proceed to the next line. Pwedeng wala, pwedeng meron. Pero depende yan sa output. That is the purpose of end L. Another one, using end L, either you can use /n. Inside the string, double quotation yung /n. /n, di ba? Balikan natin. Save muna natin yung difference. Di ba? Save natin yan. Then wala pang /n nilagay natin ha. So run natin. Yung display, ganyan. Di ba? Straight lang. So lagyan natin yan ng /n sa loob. /n meaning new line yan. Yun yung ibig sabihin. /n, new line, build, run. Okay? So kung titingnan nyo guys, same lang sila ng purpose ng end L at saka /n. Please read carefully the module. Nandun yung meaning na yan. Nakuha? Kuha ba? Bakit
Yes, po.
silence? Okay. So you have to read first the module. Each lines, no? Babasahin mo. Ano yung mga difference? Bakit may int L ito? Wala ito. Tapos, ano yung comment? So, ito yung comment, ha? Single line comment. Yun, yung single line comment, yan. Single line comment yan, yung nilagay ko. So, gusto ko ipa-functions ulit. So, I have to erase the single line comment. Okay? So, para, mabilis. So, pag multi-line comment, guys, yung multi-line comment based on the module, tingnan nyo din yung module, you can start with slash and then asterisk. Okay? Or you can terminate this one, asterisk, here. So, by placing first asterisk, then slash. So, meaning, yung closing and opening ng asterisk, ito yon. Ito lang yung terminate. Ito lang yung na-hide. So meaning, hindi yan babasahin ng code. Hindi yan babasahin ng compiler. Yung babasahin lang ng compiler, ito lang. Okay? Nakuha nyo guys?
Opo, naintindihan po.
Okay. So, yun yung laman ng Module 1 at saka Module 2. Data types. You are going to determine the data types, no? So, ano pa yung mga data types? So, we have the i-comment lang natin to, single comment, para may babalikan tayo mamaya. I know, multi-line comment tayo. So, I have to end with the asterisk line. So, nakikita natin sa body of the, no? Malaki ba yung screen ko sa inyo? Maliit. Hindi ko na consider yun. Sorry. Okay, kita na? Ganyan?
Okay na, sir.
Sorry ha, hindi ko na, kanina maliit pala yung screen ko sa inyo kasi if you're using cellphone, maliit talaga yan siya. So, this one, no? One of the example here. So, multi-comment ako. So, meaning, i-ignore yan ng, compiler. So, I have to start here to explore a different data types. So, first one, data types is char. Diba? Char stands for the character, meaning character is ABCD. Tama? Char, apple. No? So, apple. So, the values, lagay ko ng value is, pag single, ang lang is A. Ganyan. Okay, tingnan nyo, may explore nyo doon sa So, doon sa natin. Sa module. May diyan sa module sample. You can explore it, the different types. Okay, so copy. So, apple. Okay. So, end with semicolon. So, simple lang. Diba? So kung so A, it's for apple. Okay, that is char. So kung gusto natin na gawin nating string, of course you can use the square bracket. So square bracket, then of course sa loob niyan, yung kanina sa welcome, 'di ba? Ginawa natin 'yan. So kahit maraming text 'yan, string. Okay? So build and run. Okay, so 'yun, string, 'di ba? That is how the string works, yung array, double bracket K. So dito, pag hinihingi mo char apple, tapos sasabihin natin dito, enter letters. Letter. Okay? So, CN and apple. So, anong mangyayari to? Pag, 'di ba, pag raran natin 'yan, so remember sa yung natin data types na gamit natin, char is character is only accepting one letters or letter. Letter yung i-accept niya. So kung mag-type tayo dito ng word or any word, no? Any word. Basta i-accept lang niya, single lang yung mga L, M, N. That is char or character. Pag mag-type tayo ng ganyan, automatic, hindi siya, mali siya. Okay? So, hindi siya i-accept yan. So, mag-see out tayo dito. That is the violations of the data types. So, see out apple.
Sir, nalagyan niyo po ng apple din sa enter.
Ha? Saan?
Sa cout po.
Sige lang. Output is... So, lalagyan natin siya ng, 'di ba, nag-declare tayo, tapos sabihin mo enter letters, tapos hingi siya ng letters sa keyboard, tapos i-output niya. Okay? The output is. Okay? So, kung mag-enter kayo ng like for example, mga more than 2 letters. So, na siya? That is the violations doon sa data types natin. Kasi very useful guys yung char, especially pag yung hinihingi mo sa user is middle name. 'Di ba? Pag we say middle name, one letter lang talaga 'yan. Tama? So,
Apo.
yun yung paano tayo mag-identify ng mga data types. Yun yung matitingnan natin. So, when you rerun, so, okay. So, ano yung ina-output niya? Each lang. Kasi nga, char siya. Nakuha ninyo? Sa data types pa lang, yung first letter niya is each lang. Kasi nga, nag-input tayo ng maraming text, yung kino-consider niya is one letter lang. Okay? So, we have also, di ba? We have also the string, di ba? We have also bool. Titingnan niyo sa module that would be your activities. Perform niyo para ma-experience niyo on how to do that. ball, we have double. Ang double, guys, that is the that is the numbers with decimal. Double or what we call this one, float. Double or float, ito sila ng mga numbers with decimal. So titingnan natin dito sa natin, sa module. Balikan natin yung module. Module 1. So, yan, no? Yung may mga sample tayo dito. So, yun. See out. Then you can read that. Okay? So yan na. New line. Yung kanina, /n or yung end L. Dito, basahin nyo sa module 1. Okay? Inside, yung in L. This one, you can run, copy this one, then run in your IDE compiler. So this is all about comments. Nandito yung comments yung single line comments and multiple line comments. Ito yung mga sample may comments green. Then you can add here or any sa taas, dito sa left. Kung sa left, ito ang i-comment mo, hindi siya babasahin. Tulad ng ginawa natin. Okay? So, ito yung
Sir, pwede
multi-line
ba
comments.
question?
Yes. Go ahead.
Ba't nga po pala pag C out is less than at saka pag C in is greater than?
Yun yung grammar niya. Yun yung syntax niya pag mag-display ka. 'Di ba? Sabi natin kanina, that is grammatically kailangan i-adhere nyo talaga kung ano yung ginagamit niya to display something. So para siyang English grammar. Kung ano yung pagka-construct niya ng sentence niya, para sa C++, yun yung niya gagamitin. Instead, like for example sa C programming, yung ginagamit nila is printf. Yun yung paano mag-display, printf. Instead of cout. Kasi ang cout is used to C++ statement. So yun yung talagang put it in your mind, if you are using C++ and you're going to display something, you are going to use C less than, double less than, or cout less double less than. Then at the end of that is the statement, semicolon statement. Then don't forget this one, the double quotation. Kung magdi-display ka ng text inside that, you are going to add string. Ito yung double quotation, meaning this is inside that has a string value. Questions and clarification para ma-address.
Mamaya po, di ba meron pa po tayong isa pa pong klase?
Ano yun? Asynchronous yun. It's time for you to study on your own pace using the module. At saka kung may mga assignments, you're going to submit the assignments during the time. So there is no virtual interactions mamaya kasi asynchronous siya . Ibig sabihin, you can learn at your own pace, study, you have the reading materials, kaya binigay ko yan to study during the time or to perform an assignments. So ito lang ngayon yung synchronous, that is the virtual interaction. Ito yung virtual interactions natin. Ito yung asynchronous. Asynchronous ang tawag dito, synchronous. Pakitingin sa module, sa schedule ninyo. Okay? So that is the online sync, meaning virtual classes. Any clarification?
Ayun lang po. Thank you po, sir.
Okay, welcome. So pag may mga clarification kayo, don't hesitate to ask questions para maklaro natin. Kasi malay mo yung iba, through your questions, nasagot yung mga katanungan nila. Okay? Ng mga kasama mo. So this one is the example, guys. No? Sa module 1 yan. Tingnan niyo yung module 1. You can explore in the module 1. Just practice the the sample code there. Then here's the module 1 variables, no? So integer, it stores whole numbers without decimals. Whole numbers without decimals. So integers. Then double stores floating points numbers with decimals such as, no? Ito 'yon, with floating points. So char or character, it stores single characters as A or B. Char values are surrounded by the single quote. Diba? Ito yung single quote. So ito yung code natin kanina. Surrounded by single quote. Saan yung apple natin kanina? Yung maglagay ka ng single quote dito. Halimbawa dito, apple values niya is key. Diba? So yan. That is how we are going to declare. So apple variable has a value of key. Ganon. Okay? So I hope, guys, it is clear to you about this, and please run the program practice. So balik tayo dito. Okay? String stores text such as hello world. So these are the string. 2 words. Okay? String values are surrounded by double quote. This one. Okay, values, string. Okay, bool stores values with 2 states, true or false. Okay, true or false, or in other words, it is 1, 0. True stands for 1, false stands for 0. Okay, so these are the declaration. Example, so for the integer, this one, meaning you are only displaying these numbers. Num1, cout. So num1 is the display. So kung wala ito, ibig sabihin walang display. So hindi mo makikita anong laman ng values na yan. So kailangan makita mo yung values ng num1, you're going to display cout, double less than, then at the end of this, before that, you have your variable of this number, 15 num1, then put semicolon at the end of the statement. So these are the 1 statements, 2 statements. So these are the statement per line. So yun yung sinasabi nating statement, line per line statement. So this one, nth num is equal to 15. So 15. So my num, 10. So that is the 10. So this one, the cout, pag i-display nyo yan, ano yung value? So bakit value niya is 10? So titingnan mo kasi dito, binago mo siya. Yung minor mo na declaration 15, 'di ba? So first line niya, naka-read yan sa memory sa computer. Ang integer na minor mo is 15. Then second line number mo is 10, meaning na modify mo kasi same number, same variables. Kung iniba niyo sana dito ng variable, so ma-retain yung 15. So dito, yung last reading niya is my num 10. So automatic, yung last statement before the cout, yun yung babasahin niya. So 10 is the output on this. Nakuha ninyo?
Gets po.
Okay, thank you for that. So, kasi titingnan mo, my num, pareha sila ng variable. So yung last variable niya bago ang cout, yun yung i-display niya, hindi yung una-unang 15. Kasi magkapareha sila ng variables. So other type, example, this one. So nth num 5 double my float. So this is the floating double, meaning it has a decimal points. Char my letters D, di ba? So yun yung how we are going to declare a different types of data. String, my text, hello. Or bool, boolean, true or false, true or false. So ang malagay dito 1, 0. So yun yung pag true, yung display yan sa program mo is 1 or 0. True or false. Pag bool yung declaration mo. So this is the variable, my boolean. Okay? Declaration variable, and then you have your values. So remember, guys, babalik tayo dito sa code natin, sa program. Okay? Kung babalik tayo dito, first statement per line, di ba? So dito, mauna ang data types. Next is variable. Okay? So ito kasi pwede tayo mag-ano nito. Pwede tayo maglagay ng pwede tayo mag-declare ng variable in any of the of this program. So sir, bakit ganyan? Okay? So wala yung magagawa, pwede siya eh. So yan ha. Pwedeng ganyan yung declaration, pero pagka gusto ko malinis, yung straight lang, pwede na yon with comma. But this one guys, no, I want you to na pwede siya i-declare siya dito. Okay? So copy natin 'yan. Lagay natin diyan. Okay? So pwedeng ganyan. Okay? So pwedeng diyan ka mag-declare sa cout na 'yan. Okay? And then the sum here. You can declare the statements. Sandali lang guys. Okay. So let's go back. So remember guys, pwede tayo maka-declare ng ganyang mga style, no? Pwede tayo mag-declare ng variables like this. Okay? So pero pagka ganyan guys, malito, 'di ba? I mean, hindi siya malinis. Hindi siya malinis tingnan. So actually pwede siya, it is acceptable na doon sa natin sa program. Okay? So first number, di ba? So acceptable siya. So pero kailangan ko mag-set kailangan natin mag-set na yung mga variables talaga sa taas dapat i-declare. Ha? So acceptable siya mga ganyang arrangement. So ito, yan. Okay? Pwede siya dito. Pwede yan ganyan. So another, guys, ano bang pwede? Ito, turo ko sa inyo. Pwede din dito. Struct numbers and then ganyan. So extract bago yung so yung mga declaration ng variable dito natin ilagay sa taas. So extract is a collection of variables. So gagamitin natin to. Function na to for the numbering para sa arrangement natin na mas malinis. Mas malinis siya. So there's a different arrangement, no? So it depends upon us and also my criteria. So dito, so alam natin, nagde-declare tayo sa struct numbers. 'Di ba? Ng mga int. So lahat 'yan int, no? Pwedeng ganyan na arrangement, pwede din arrangement na with comma. Okay? So pwede din 'yan, ganyan. Pwede din 'yan. Tulad niyan. Okay? So extract is a collection of variables. So paano yan i-display dito? Nasa labas siya ng int min yung mga variables natin. Okay? So you might be asking why. So kung titingnan niyo dito, this is one of the same with the classes, no? Yung extract is same with the classes. So extract numbers, so this is the parang function numbers, no? Numbers. So you have to copy the numbers, this one, and then put it here sa inside the main para to call the functions kung ano yung nilagay mo sa extract equals you have to write dito na lang collection numbers. So para mas meaningful. So yung collection numbers variable var, di ba? So ito, this is the this struct functions, no? Copy and then ilagay nyo dito sa loob, yan. And then space, tatawagin mo siya anong bago nito. Tatawagin mo siyang bagong pangalan para sa loob ng main. Meaning, this is connection with this. And then, space. So, yung space na yan, kung anong i-call functions mo sa kanya. Say, numbers. Numbers. Di ba? So, numbers. End with statement. So, ngayon, gagamitin mo na yung mga variables sa taas. So, you're going to write this one, number. Then, put it here sa cin. Paste, then dot. Okay? So nakita ninyo, nakita na sila number 1 dot in. Nakuha ninyo? Pag hindi siya lumalabas ito, ibig sabihin hindi sila nagkita. Walang connections. Okay? So ito connection siya doon. So ito connection siya dito sa baba. So each of the CN, there must be a number na ganito. Yan. So lagay nyo number dot, di ba? 2. So, yan, di ba? Nakita siya. Ibig sabihin yan, they are connected. So, sa sum, of course, dito, this is the computations. Okay? So, ano ang gagawin niyo dito? Okay? So, ng sum is nandito siya sa loob. Okay, try natin run. So, kung mag-function, so hindi siya, di ba? So, lagyan natin na siya ng dot. And sum. So, dito, lagay tayo ng number, di ba? Ito yung number. Num.sum. So, that is the ano. Okay, so run. Num.sum. Okay. So, dito is kulang tayo ng mga declaration kasi dapat ito, babaguhin natin. Copy this one. So, num2. And then this one, copy. Copy. Lagay lang dyan. So, meaning, ayan. So, they are connected now. So, nag-call functions. So, run. So, ito na yon. Ito na yung bagong mukha. Same program pa rin, di ba? Same program. 90, then 90, then the sum is 180. So, same output, guys, but if you look at to the structure of the program is different. Nakuha nyo? Guys? Are you listening?
Yes po, nakikinig po.
Yes, sir.
Pero nakuha nyo?
Opo.
Wala yan sa module natin na. Wala yan sa module additional. Okay, screenshot tayo. Kasi tapos na yung time natin. May klase pa ako.
Opo.
Okay, sige. Screenshot muna tayo, ha?
Kailangan po ba i-open yung cam?
O, open tayo, be. Open tayo, open. Okay, 1, 2. Ay, wala pa pala. Sorry. Sniping tool. Okay. Okay, okay. 1, 2. Okay, thank you so much. So guys, advanced study kayo ha. Yung module na yan, gamitin niyo yung module, copy and paste yung mga code niya, understand what we have learned, what you have learned this morning, especially yung collections of variables using extract. So it's a very important just to organize your output, organize your variables. So magagamit natin yan guys for the future use. Okay? So my question and clarification before we end this meeting. 11:30 na pala tayo, no? I'm sorry for that. 11:30 ba tayo? Yes. At 10:30 until 10:30 lang pala. Sorry. Okay. So,
Sir,
uh,
nakalagay po sa schedule namin 8:30 to 10 lang po.
yung iba, sa akin,
9.
it's 9.
Sige po,
Nabago
sige.
kasi sa yung ano.
9 to 10:30. Bakit ano ba itong nangyari kay Jasper Reyes? Bakit ganyan yung mukha sa screenshot? Okay.
Ulitin daw, sir.
Ha? Ano yan?
Ulitin daw, sir, sabi ni Jasper.
Sige. Yun lang please study and I will post the assignments in LMS and I will post the activity also. Okay? This is the coding challenge pa rin. So, diba, you can use that two modules to perform the activities that I'm going to to send through Messenger at saka kailan kayo pwede mag-laboratory. Yan yung activity niyo sa laboratory. I don't think so kung available na. Mag-inquire muna ako doon, ha?
Sige po.
Sige. So, yun lang for this week. Guys, thank you. And God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Maraming absent.
Thank you po, sir.
Okay, okay.